There's a level of intensity that makes ordinary people seem like they're moving in slow motion. You've seen it in fighters before the knockout, in athletes before the impossible play, in warriors before victory. Their eyes change. Their presence shifts. Something animalistic awakens, and everyone watching knows the outcome before it happens. Most people will never access this state. They'll live entire lives at half power, comfortable, domesticated, tame, but buried. Inside you is a beast waiting to be unleashed. And 400 years ago, Miyamoto Musashi wrote the exact manual for awakening it. In his Book of 5 Rings, Musashi dedicated an entire chapter to fire. The Ka no Maki. It contains the principles of intensity, aggression, and overwhelming force. These aren't techniques for polite competition. These are rules for total domination. Today, I'm going to give you 8 rules from Musashi's Book of Fire that will transform you into an unstoppable force. But be warned, once you awaken the beast, there's no going back to being tame. Subscribe and comment what area of life needs your full intensity. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Sleeping Beast. His name was Roman, 28 years old. Personal trainer with decent clients and decent results. Roman was good at his job, good at life, good at everything. But good wasn't great, and deep down, Roman knew he was operating at a fraction of his capacity. He watched competitors with less talent outperform him, not through skill but through sheer intensity. They attacked opportunities he merely approached. They dominated spaces he politely entered. They burned while he smoldered. His mentor noticed it first. Roman, you're talented but you're tame. You move through life like you're asking permission to exist. Where's your fire? Roman didn't have an answer. Somewhere along the way, he'd learned to be pleasant, agreeable, non-threatening. Society had domesticated him. The beast inside had been caged so long he'd forgotten it existed. His mentor handed him a worn book. The Book of 5 Rings. Read the chapter on fire, he said. Musashi understood something about intensity that modern people have forgotten. It might wake you up. That night, Roman read the Ka no Maki, 8 principles that burned through his comfortable existence. Chapter 2. The First 4 Flames. Rule 1. Attack first, attack always. Musashi wrote that the warrior who attacks first controls the battle. Waiting is weakness. Hesitation is death. Roman realized he'd spent years waiting for permission, waiting for the right moment, waiting for someone to invite him forward. The first rule demanded initiative. Don't wait for clients to come, hunt them. Don't wait for opportunities to appear. Create them. Don't respond to life, attack it. Rule 2. Overwhelm with continuous pressure. Musashi taught that once you begin attacking, never let the opponent recover. Most people attack, then pause to assess. That pause allows recovery. The beast never pauses. Pressure must be relentless until victory is complete. Roman saw his pattern clearly. He'd make a bold move, then retreat to comfort. Start a project with intensity, then coast. The fire would ignite, then die. Musashi demanded sustained burning until the enemy was consumed. Rule 3. Become larger than you are. Before combat, Musashi would project an energy that made him seem bigger, more dangerous, more inevitable than his physical form. He called this expanding your spirit. Roman had been shrinking himself, speaking quietly so others felt comfortable, dimming his ambition so others weren't threatened. The third rule demanded expansion. Fill the room. Project power. Let others adjust to your presence. Rule 4. Strike at weakness without mercy. Musashi taught that the moment you see an opponent falter, you attack that weakness with everything you have. No hesitation, no politeness, total exploitation. In business, Roman had noticed competitor weaknesses but never attacked them. That felt aggressive, unfair, but Musashi understood competition isn't fair. It's survival. The beast doesn't show mercy. It finishes what it starts. Chapter 3. The Final 4 Flames. Rule 5. Infect others with your rhythm. Musashi wrote that weak opponents will fall into your timing. If your rhythm is strong enough, the beast sets the tempo. Others follow. Roman had been dancing to everyone else's rhythm. Clients set meetings. Competitors set prices. The industry set expectations. The fifth rule demanded that he impose his rhythm on the environment. Let others adjust to his tempo. Rule 6. Become unpredictable. Predictable warriors lose because opponents prepare for expected patterns. Musashi constantly violated expectations, arriving late, using unconventional weapons, attacking when defense was expected. Roman's life had become completely predictable. Same routines, same approaches, same responses. The sixth rule demanded chaos. Change patterns, violate expectations, keep opponents guessing. Rule 7. Destroy the opponent's spirit before the body. Musashi believed psychological victory preceded physical victory. Make opponents doubt themselves. Make them fear you. Make them defeated in their minds before combat begins. Roman had been trying to win through superior work alone. But competitors weren't evaluating work objectively. They were evaluating confidence, presence, energy. The seventh rule demanded psychological dominance. Win the mental battle first. Rule 8. Finish with total commitment. Musashi's final fire principle was decisive finishing. When victory is near, commit everything. Hold nothing back. End the contest so completely that there's no possibility of recovery. Roman always held reserves, just in case, protecting himself from full investment, but holding back guaranteed mediocrity. The eighth rule demanded total commitment. Burn all ships, leave nothing for retreat. Chapter 4. The Awakened Beast. 6 months later, Roman was unrecognizable. Not physically, energetically. When he entered rooms, the temperature changed. When he spoke, people listened. When he competed, opponents felt outmatched before contact. His client roster had tripled, not because his training improved, but because his presence had transformed. People felt his intensity and wanted proximity to that fire. His former mentor watched him dominate a sales presentation. Afterward, he asked the question that mattered. What happened to you? Roman smiled. I stopped asking permission. I let the beast out. This is Musashi's gift from the Book of Fire. Not techniques, but transformation. Not strategies, but awakening. The beast has always been inside you. Society caged it. Politeness muzzled it. Fear of judgment tranquilized it. The 8 rules summarized. Attack first. Overwhelm with pressure. Expand your presence. Strike weakness without mercy. Set the rhythm. Become unpredictable. Win psychologically. Finish with total commitment. These aren't rules for nice people. They're rules for dominant people. For people who have decided that winning matters more than being liked. That impact matters more than comfort. The world is divided into predators and prey, not by nature but by choice. You choose domestication or dominance. You choose to remain tame or to unleash the beast. So here's my question. How long will you keep the cage locked? What would change if you finally stopped asking permission and started attacking life with everything you have? Comment below. Subscribe if this ignited something. The beast is waiting. It's time to let it hunt.